Hello everyone, welcome back to The Barefoot Maiden. Today we're going to be doing a video where I am going to show you all the pictures in my house, room by room, and we're going to talk about where I got them, sometimes how much I paid for them, and the stories behind purchasing them. So let's get started. Alright, so first we're going to start in this corner by my door. I have two pieces of artwork. Okay, well that's just a mirror framed. That was here in the house when I moved here. My husband had it here before I got here. And this painting I bought with my mom, my friend Millie, and my grandma at a barn sale that only happens like twice a year. This was way up top, and I couldn't see the price tag, and I really wanted it. So we spent probably at least 10-15 minutes using a pair of tongs and standing on each other's like toes, trying to reach really high to flip the tag around so I could see how much it was. Finally saw that it was like 20, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll get that. And I absolutely adore the color in this one, especially that it's actually painted. A lot of my paintings are actually prints, but this one is actually painted, and I think it is so pretty. Okay, now we're going to do this corner of my living room. There's a lot of stuff to go through here, so we're going to have to move kind of rapid fire. This picture of the shepherd holding a lamb, or what we can kind of assume might be Jesus holding a lamb. I thrifted this. I don't even remember where now, but I've had it on my wall for years. These two here actually were found in the house that my mom and dad bought, and I love them so much. They're gorgeous, so mom gave those to me. This picture has a very interesting story behind it. So I love the Andy Griffith Show and have always loved it growing up, watched it all the time. And I can't remember which season it is, like 4 or 5 or something like that, there is a big picture hanging over their mantle, and it is this painting. This is a reprint of it, but it's this painting, just really large and blown up and put over their fireplace. So when I found this in a thrift store, I believe it might have been in an antique store. Anyways, I got it for $1. That's what I remember. It was exactly $1, and I snatched it up because I loved the picture and I knew where it came from. This one is actually a clipping from an old newspaper that I found, it's from a story like that would come out a little bit at a time each week, and I really liked it, so I framed it in this thrifted frame that I got for $1 at a thrift store here in my town that closed down, and now it's my piece of artwork. This one I bought for, again, I think this was $1. And I think it was at America's Thrift, actually, in Dothan, I think is where I got this one. And I just really liked it. And it's been with my farm collections for quite some time. This one is very interesting. I got this one for, again, $1. A lot of my paintings are $1. This one was $1 at the rummage sale at our Panhandle Pioneer Settlement here in Blountstown. They do this once a year, and I found this one on like day 2. And I paid $1 for it. And then down here, this is part of the Winnie the Pooh set that my grandma collected for a very long time. And this is just one of many. You'll see them throughout the whole house. I have a lot of these hanging in different places. And then this one, now where did I buy that? That may have been a thrift store, but I have absolutely no idea which one or when. So I don't remember when I got that one. This one came from Townsend, Tennessee, one of my vacations with my family. I think the last one before I got a dairy cow. So it was right after I turned 16, because I got my dairy cow when I turned 16, like November 2nd. I think this was the end of October we went up there. But I got this piece of artwork from a antique store that had local artists selling things, and I think they were going out of business, so I think it was like $2. This one came from the exact same trip and from the same store, so I really like that little deer one. My mom had several of those for a long time. Here is another Winnie the Pooh plate that goes along with the set. Like I said, you're going to see quite a few of those in this house. And then another piece of artwork. I got that one at America's Thrift, and I do not remember when I got that or much of the story behind it, but I know that I really liked the style of photo, so we got that one. And then this one, also America's Thrift. I can remember that, but I cannot remember how much. And I just liked the 3D-ness of it to hang on my wall. Okay, this is 2 different sets right here. So there's this set right here, and then there's this set up here. These 2 top ones I got at the Ministry Center here in Blountstown, in my town. I liked that they were like a winter scene and a spring scene. I actually have this spring scene. You'll see it on another piece of artwork in my library. It's on a little piece of wood. This one, I think I have seen pictures of it, but I don't have this exact print, but I have this print in another place. These 2 are actually from an old cowboy book. So there was an old, beautiful cowboy book that I loved, but that was messed up and kind of bent out of shape. So I cut some of the pictures out of it. And these were some of the photos. I put them in these thrifted frames that I got for $1 a piece at a thrift store. And I really, really love them. So they just go in this corner of my wall. Okay, so now we're going to look at this little section here on this side of the TV. These two little farm paintings I got at an estate sale in Dothan, Alabama. My mom and I went up. I had seen them on the pictures on Facebook before we went in, and I found them instantly, fell in love, grabbed them. And the way this estate sale usually works with these people is that you pile stuff up, and then he just gives you a price that he thinks works for however much you got. So I actually never know what I get at estate sales. I think I filled at least half of the back of my mom's car. I mean, I got so much stuff, including a rug, and I think I paid, I think it was like $50 for the whole thing. I mean, you pay very little, so I don't even know what I got those for. This one, ironically, also an estate sale. I did not mean to hang those next to each other, but yeah. Also an estate sale. Also, no idea what I paid for it, but I really loved it. Those are actually cutouts. I would assume from like a magazine or something, and they're just put on this plain back. So love that one. Again, don't know what I paid for it. This one also got at the Ministry Center here in town. It's actually painted. Looks like by that same. There's a lot of apparently local artists that get rid of their stuff because I found a lot of actually hand-painted paintings there for really, really cheap. There are several of those in my house. And then this one was a plate my parents brought back for me from their anniversary trip. It's from Walmart because it is a Pioneer Woman plate. So kind of all go together there. I think I paid $1 for that one picture in the middle. And then this side of the TV also have some more little paintings here. This one I got at the same time I got the one of the little kids over there, also in an estate sale. I just absolutely loved the ladies in their big dresses. This one has a very interesting story. So there was a Salvation Army in Panama City, and it closed down now. But I bought this beautiful painting, but the frame and the like matte red around it were hideous. They were awful, kind of this weird tannish color. So I brought them home and decided to paint them the green that was my bedroom at the time. And it matches the green in the picture, and I just love that. So that one ended up turning out really good. That was a risk move. My mom bought that somewhere, I don't remember where, and then she gave it to me because I love carnations. So I've had that one for quite some time. And again, don't remember where I got this. I'm assuming a thrift store. It's a sketch, a hand-done sketch of a horse, and I have no idea where I got that. We're going to do this part around this door going into the kitchen. This painting right here that's very shiny, and it's kind of hard to see. There we go. It's very shiny. It kind of reflects and changes as you look at it. Both of these paintings have a very interesting story. So I bought this one at America's Thrift for like $3. I was really, really happy with it. I loved the cows part of it. And then I went back, and this frame is very distinct. Then I went back like 3 weeks later, and I found this one. Same framing style, similar kind of painting. They went together as a set. I paid like $5 for both of them, and I bought them like 3 weeks apart, which I thought was amazing. Then another Pooh plate to go with the Winnie the Pooh set. And then also this painting, also an interesting story with this one. Thrifted this one. You see that big orange cat? Looks a lot like my very first cat ever, whose name was Marmalade. And so when I found it, I was like, oh, I love that it looks like Marmalade. Then I noticed that's a lake through that door. You're looking at a lake leading up to a mountain, which I thought was awesome. And then this was the first piece of artwork I think I ever bought myself to put in my bedroom when I renovated it to like a big girl room. And I had a little bookshelf, a tiny little bookshelf, and it was full of just the few books that I owned. And because I had not started my very mammoth collection, as you can tell. But this was the first piece of artwork I hung in my little, quote, library. So I was very, very happy with this one and have loved it for years. And then this plate I bought at an estate sale, and it has a matching one, sort of matching one over here. There were several of these kind of plates, but only two that were like mother and baby ones. So I bought those at estate sales. This one I bought at a thrift store when it was closing, the one here in town that was closing. I got that one, and then my sister-in-law gave me that one. And then I bought this one at the Flee Across Florida yard sale the second year that I went. It was this past year. And I think I got this for $1. And then I just bought this red basket at a thrift store, I think, but I don't remember where. Oh, here in town. I bought the little red basket here in town. So that's this section. Okay, now we're going to do this wall. It's my biggest wall of art in the whole house. So this is going to take us at least a few seconds. Bought this one at America's Thrift. Love, love, love that photo. Have for years. It's just, I am a sucker for farm photos. As you will see, I have little farms or little homesteads all over my walls. So fell in love with that one. Got it at America's Thrift for like $2. This one is another one of those from somebody in this town. And it's a hand-done piece of artwork. I adore this so much. So much. So much, in fact, that when I bought it, I was just engaged at the time. I was not married and did not live here. So I actually moved a piece of my artwork that I had in a spot in my room over here to this house and told my then fiance to put it up on his walls because I wanted to find a place for this one. And so I ended up putting it in my room at the time instead of just stashing it away for later because I wanted it so bad. Then this one I've had for so long. This was like third or fourth piece of artwork I ever put in my little quote library like I was talking about earlier. Love the little family here. I feel like every single picture tells a story, and I feel like this one tells a really cool story. I don't know. I just love little homestead pictures. Then I got this one as a graduation gift, and I think the quote is so beautiful. I love to read it, which is why I put it in a really prominent place on this wall. And then this one is an interesting one because there you will see in the hallway between the bathroom and the bedroom that this exact photo or picture, a print of this picture, is in a different matting and a different format, but it's the same picture. This one I bought at when Land of Cotton, I think, in Dothan was closing. I got this one for like $2. And the other one I bought, I have no idea where, but anyways. So then I painted this one, and I painted that one. And then I bought this one at the Hornet's Nest Antique Mall in Dothan, and I adore this one so much. So much. I bought it on a birthday trip with my grandma's. And then there's this one, which I bought, I think I got this one at the rummage sale here in town. I just like that it's an actual painting, and it's just extra tiny. And then there's this circular mirror that was my mom's, and I stole it and put it on my wall, and I think it's really pretty. And then there's this one, also got this one at the Ministry Center here in town. Again, it's an actual painting, and that is just so pretty. I love the well and the house. It's so gorgeous. This one I also got at the Ministry Center here in town, and it's also an original painting. Like I said, there are a lot of those on my walls from the Ministry Center. Then I got this one. It's actually just behind one pane of glass. It has like no pieces around it holding it together. It's just one pane of glass and some tape that I had to use to stick it together. But I really liked it. I don't remember where I got it, actually. That was my very first cross stitch ever. Like my very first one I finished. Love that one so much. This piece of artwork I got on my bachelorette trip, my thrifting bachelorette trip. I got this painting, and I know it's technically like a winter painting, but I love it so much it had to go main place of pride in my wall in my living room. I love it so much. Then there's this one. This one has another interesting story. So for my graduation trip, I decided that I wanted me and my family to all go to Pennsylvania to see Sight and Sound Productions. So we went up there for that, and while we were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, we went to a little community called Bird in Hand, and they had a Bird in Hand Reuse It store, and I got this painting there for $4. I love the wooden frame, but I love most of all just the uniqueness in the photo. Like it's so different. It's not just people on horseback. It's like people either saddling or unsaddling. I fell in love with the story behind that one, and that's why it has pride of place on this wall. This one also has pride of place, and again, it's a weird one. I paid $2 for this at America's Thrift. It is just a Xerox copy of the Hobbit book cover, which if you've ever seen The Hobbit in this particular dust jacket or cover, it is meant to open up to be this map. Like when you see it, that middle part is the spine of the book. Anyways, so someone just opened up the dust jacket, like copied it and put it in a frame, and I love it. And I paid $2 for it, and I love it. And that's why it's on my favorite wall. These two paintings, I don't remember where I got them. I bought them at the same time, probably around $1 or $2 a piece. And I just like that they're old French art. I like to have fancy things on my wall, but don't always want to pay fancy prices. So liked those. Then there's this one. This one, again, beautiful little like folk art painting. No idea how much I paid for it or where I got it from. This one, very interesting story. My mom and I went on I say that about all of them, but I guess they may not be as interesting to everyone else, but I think they're interesting. Anyways, so paid $5 for this whole huge painting, $5. I love that it feels like you are literally stepping into the photo. It's so gorgeous. Bought it with my mom in Chipley, Florida when we went on a shopping day. And this is my Roy Rogers painting. I bought this in Andy Griffith's hometown of Mount Airy, North Carolina, at the little antique store there. So I guess I went to one of my favorite old icons towns to buy a picture of my other favorite old icon. So there we go. Love, love, love that picture. Roy Rogers is my very favorite actor probably ever, and also was my first crush when I was like 3 years old. I thought he was just the coolest person ever, and kind of still do. So love Roy Rogers. Glad I have that photo. And I also have this pretty little farm scene, which I think is adorable because the little boy is hiding behind the tree from the two little girls standing by the wagon. I have come up with countless stories as to why he's hiding, and I just think that painting is so pretty. So that was everything on this wall, and that concludes the living room. So let's move into the kitchen. Start over here by the fridge. This is another beautiful little farm painting. No idea where I got that or how much I paid for it, but I think the geese are just gorgeous, and I love the clothesline in the background. This one and this one I framed, actually. This is a picture from an old cowboy book. It's a very famous picture of like the Oregon Trail where the wagons are circled up. I put it in a thrifted frame, and then I took this one out of an ephemera book, put it in a thrifted frame. So I framed both of those. Here on this part of the cabinet, we have a little plaque that I bought, I think at a yard sale, and I do not remember how much I paid for it, but I loved this thing for so long. And then this pretty little copper pot or pan that I bought at a thrift store. These three have a really interesting story. When my husband and I were dating, we stopped at a yard sale one day on one of our dates, and I bought these for, I think, $1 maybe a piece. Maybe $1 a piece or $1 for all three. May have been $1 for all three. Anyways, they are painted in Italy, actually, and that is gilt gold around the outside of the wood. They have some old age markings on them, but I don't care. I think the blue is gorgeous, and I think the gilt is so shiny, and I love them here on this wall. This is a dough cutter that I've had for years, and then I also have these little paintings that were also in the house that my parents bought, and so I have kept those for a while. And then this one is actually a really cute little mom and baby in a cradle cross stitch that I found. I have absolutely no idea how long ago because I've had that for so long. And then also these pretty little paintings that I bought somewhere. I don't actually remember. I remember buying them, but I don't remember where I was or how much I paid for them. Okay, then over here we have this little painting of what looks to be like a dill plant in all of the forms, and I have no idea where I got this. And then this one, I think I got this one at the thrift store that closed before they started closing, and I just really like the tile of it. And then this one is one of my favorite copper pieces I've ever found because I like copper, but I like it when it's really interesting, like a lobster or like this shell, not just like the typical flower or strawberry or whatever. So I was so happy this was a shell. And then this needle point of a beet plant. I can't remember if I bought that or my mom bought that and gave it to me. I can't remember. And then my mom bought this years and years and years and years and years ago, and I have had it in my room for so long. I don't even remember when I first got it from her, and I love this piece so much. Then this piece was really cool. Got it at America's Thrift. Got this at Goodwill in Marianna, Florida. That's where I got it, Goodwill. And I just really love the 3D of it, and it goes so well in my kitchen. And then this is a cross stitch that I did, also a cross stitch that I did, and I was pretty proud of both of those, so I hung them up on my wall. I have had this little girl. I bought her when Land of Cotton was closing, and I love her so much. She's been knocked off the wall at least twice and fixed, and she's missing some pieces, and it doesn't matter. She's still so fantastic. Then this piece was painted by my cousin aunt, and I adore my piece by Diane. And yes, I think this is always going to have pride of place somewhere in my rooms that are blue. I had it in my bathroom for a while, and now it's in my kitchen. Then I did this cross stitch from a kit from like a really, really long time ago. I got given it by somebody. Then this is a plate that I thrifted, and I hung it on the wall because it goes so well in the blue and white of my kitchen. Over here, hanging by my stove, there are a bunch of things on my little rods here, but there's also some little copper. This is a little goose, and this is what would appear to be a berry or a pineapple of some kind. Anyways, some spiky sort of something. And then I also have this little piece. I have no idea when I bought this, but I've had it for so long. And then up here we have these pretty little paintings. That one's crooked. And then these are all embroideries. My mom gave me these. She had them in her kitchen for a while and then gave them to me when she no longer had anywhere to put them. So I love those so much. This wall over here by the pantry, I have another matching cow plate from Walmart, the Pioneer Woman collection, 2 Winnie the Pooh plates, both of which are the kitchen themed ones, and a basket I thrifted, and then also this pretty vegetable thing that I bought at a thrift store. And then there's also this little pepper string. Bought both of these at the same time. One was $5, one was $4. So those are both on my walls there. And then over here we have this absolutely stunning piece of fruit art that is an actual painting. Got at the Hornet's Nest Antique Mall in Mariana, and love that so much, especially like the green and gold of the frame. That one is so pretty. And then I paired it with my fruit tree that I made there so that it kind of looks like it's part of the picture, and it's so pretty. Love that one so much. Okay, now we're gonna do the mud room in here. In here we have a painting that I painted, actually. I did that several years ago. As we move into the bedroom, you'll see a lot more paintings that I painted. This one and this one I bought at the Habitat for Humanity Restore in, I think, Dothan, actually. It had a very small, like, home goods section or house section, and it was literally like these 2 things and one other painting. So I snatched both of these up. I think I got them for like $2 a piece. So there's those, and then this one is actually just a bucket that I bought at, I believe it was a thrift store. I actually can't remember where I got that, but I think it's a thrift store. And then there are a few other buckets all around the walls, and then that is a plate my mom gave me that I hung up, and I like the red in here with the other reds. But yeah, this is what's on the wall in here. Now let's move into the laundry room. Laundry room, very simple. That horse painting was given to me as a gift, I think for my birthday. And then this painting is the first painting I ever bought myself from Hobby Lobby when I got my big girl room when I turned, I think, like 12 or 13. So that is one of my favorites. We'll move into the bedroom, to what I call my getting ready station. We have a lot of different things on the walls in here, most of which I painted. So I painted this painting long time ago. Can't remember exactly when. I think it's written on the back somewhere. And then this is pictures from different places, quotes that either I wrote or I read somewhere, liked, and wrote them down. Some postcards from different trips we went on. Oh, actually, those 3 are from the same trip. Those are all from my senior trip. The Daniel Sight and Sound ones are from Sight and Sound when we went to see Daniel, obviously. And then the Mayberry one is from Mount Airy, North Carolina, when we went through Andy Griffith's hometown, which is the same place I got the Roy Rogers painting. And then this was given to me as a graduation gift because that's a picture from my graduation photos. And then this is another collection of quotes that I like on this board I was given. And then I bought this pin board here at a thrift store for like $2. The hat has been mine for years. This was a Christmas gift. This painting I painted. When I first painted it, I thought it looked terrible, and the longer I've had it, the more I've grown to love it. And I actually think it's kind of pretty sometimes, and then sometimes I think it's kind of hideous. But anyways, I painted that a long time ago. This is a picture from our old house we used to live in. We found it in the attic. This is a embroidery that was made for me for Christmas. This is a quote that I really liked, and it's on the wall. This is our calendar, and this is a painting I painted at a birthday party where we were all painting different things. This is a painting I did. I don't actually remember when I did that one. I think I did this one, the one in the mudroom, that one, and that one right there, all about the same time, actually. But yeah, so that's my little painting there. And this wall has so many little things on the cabinets, but loads of stuff on the walls as well. This is kind of an overstimulation, this whole corner, because like nowhere else in the room has near this much stuff. So, all right, let's move on to this side of the room. This is Judah's side of the room where he gets dressed. Again, way less stuff than my side. Mine's kind of an overstimulation. We have this beautiful little painting and this painting, both of which were done for us by birthday gifts by my sister-in-law. So both of those are so pretty. And then These 4 over here all have very interesting stories. I have had that one in my room since, I have absolutely no idea how long that's been in my room. I don't even remember where my mom got it. It's the Lord's Prayer in embroidery, and I've just had it for so long. It feels like a fixture in my life. This one was made for me by a dear friend when I was born, and I love staring at this one. It's so pretty, and it's a cross stitch. And then this one is the one that I ended up bringing over here before we actually got married because I wanted the other one in my room so bad. But I bought this one at America's Thrift for like $3. I liked the big orange cat, and I liked that the window had so much detail in it. I really loved that part. So I love this painting, and it's big, and it goes with the blue in here. And then this one, Life is Better with a Cat. Totally agree with that. But we had 3 cats at the time, so I wrote down or 3 on the side. And what's funny is I, again, own 3 cats. So we had 3 cats. I got one more. We had 4. We lost one, so we had just 3. So then we had 3 for years, and then I moved out with just 1, and now we've gotten 2 kittens, so now we have 3 again. So yeah, again, this is relevant to my life because Life is Better with a Cat or 3. So then we move to this side of the room. There's a basket that I thrifted and 2 more Winnie the Pooh plates on this wall, both of which are very nature themed. And then there's this one. I pulled those off of a pillowcase and then put them on this frame with some flowers that I made because I thought it was pretty. And then this one was a wedding gift, and I love that phrase so much. And the gold framing is gorgeous in this room. This painting is very interesting to me because the depth in it, honestly. Like in the foreground, you see a woman in yellow looking back with a little girl dressed in white, and that right there could have been the entire photo. But if you look closer, there's a kissing couple in the background there. So it's like that could have been the whole photo. But yeah, anyways, this painting is very interesting to me. I saw this one driving by a yard sale and like wheeled in, jumped out, bought it for $3, handed them the money, jumped back in the car. I really, really liked this painting. And then this one is the bigger version of the mini one that I got at Land of Cotton. I have no idea when I got this one or how long I've had it, but I just love this picture, and I loved that I found it a second time. So that one I have 2 versions of. And then over here we have 3 pictures that I pulled out of ephemera books. These were all out of little farmhouse ephemera books, and I put them in thrifted frames, and I love them. I think they go really well with the color of this curtain. And then moving into the bathroom. Here in the bathroom, you'd be surprised just how many pictures I actually have in here. I have a Winnie the Pooh, which is the only one that has water as its center. So I love that one because of the water. And then there's this one, which is Derriere, which is French. Anyways, I think that one's so funny. I bought that one for $2 in America's Thrift, and I have loved that thing for years. And then both of these are from my mom. She gave them to me. I think she thrifted them from somewhere, and I just liked that they were kind of water themed. Here we have 2 postcards from the Smoky Mountains for one of my trips that I went up there, and they're very, very faded. The sun has pulled the color out of them, but I still think they're gorgeous. And then way up here, way up here, we have a painting. Well, it's a quote that my mom bought me at a thrift store, and then I glued shells from our beach trips around it from last summer. And then over here, behind this door, we have this picture, which was a graduation gift to me, and I decoupaged blue napkin pieces all over it to make it really, really pretty. And then this was also a graduation gift. I really like this one, the Bible emergency numbers. I love that one. And then this one, I believe, was a wedding gift, and I really like that one too. So I have lots of quotes in the bathroom. There's a very obvious reason for that because, you know, the whole joke of like reading when you're in the bathroom. So that's why all of the quote ones are in here, because I think that's funny. So the library actually has less pictures than you would think because of the amount of bookshelves in here. But here on the wall, we have these little circular discs with pretty ladies in the center. I made these some time ago. It was a while. And then this painting is really interesting because Judah and I bought this one together when we were dating and knew it was going in this room, and we thought it was really, really pretty and looked kind of like us and Dolly, and I think it's gorgeous. But here's another really cool part about where this painting is in the room, is when you turn on the lamp and back up, it almost looks like the light in the painting is what's producing the light, and I really like how that looks. I didn't even realize that till the other day, but I really like how that looks. Then over here we have these 2 Beatrix Potter pictures. I actually have had these for so long, and I have no idea where they came from. I probably should get the origin story of these from my mom, but I have had these for so long in my bedroom. I love them, and I knew they had to go in my library when we set this up, especially since the writing in there is so kind of clay colored, and that's kind of the color of the walls, so I knew those had to go there. And then here we have a couple of baskets because I thrift a lot of baskets. Then up here above the window, we have two of my almost newer paintings. I just got that one at the Ben's, and then this one I bought for $3 on our vacation when we went car camping. I found it in an antique store in, where was it? Oh, Warm Springs. I think it was Warm Springs. And then here we have another Winnie the Pooh. I like this one because it's snowy colored, so because it was really light, it went well with the color on the wall. So I really like that one. And then here we have one of my favorite paintings, and I get that it's partially covered up because I ran out of space. One day I will rearrange things and it will be able to be seen more, but it has so many tiny details. Look at that. There's like what are those called? Antelopes, and then there's a bird, and then there's a river, and the river goes up here to a lake, and the lake has like dozens of different types of animals in it. Look, fish, moose, geese, bears, elk. There's an Indian camp there. This whole string right here are all a wagon train. There's a prairie dog town. There is, if you'll look on this mountain right here, you see right there are goats or bighorn sheep. Then over here, there are mountain goats on the mountain. I'm telling you, I love this thing because everywhere on this thing, there are tiny little animals to be seen. I always put this at a prominent place where someone will be able to see all of the little pieces. I love this one so much. Then I have these wooden what would you call them? Wooden pictures of houses, I guess. They're a set, and the third one is down here under the lamp. This top one is the one I already have a version of that I've showed you out there that was actually from an ephemera book I cut out. So that's the same picture from before. Then down here I also have that flower picture that I embroidered. Those two I cut out of packaging and glued tiny frames around them. These two little ones over here to the side are from our trip on our honeymoon to this one place in the living room where there was like the deer and the leaves and pine cones. These are from the same people in Townsend, Tennessee. And then this is from the Dothan, what's it called? The bookstore on Foster Street. I can't remember what it's called. Downtown Books. There we go. Downtown Books. I got this little picture here for my birthday. Someone painted me this one. A friend of mine painted me this gorgeous quote from Narnia, and that's why it's next to the Aslan map, because those go together. Then there's this painting, which is of like the beginning of a fox hunt, and I have several fox hunt ones in this room, actually. There are several. There's another one up here. That's another fox hunting one. I bought that one at America's Thrift, and this one at America's Thrift, and this one at America's Thrift, but this one was on a separate day. And then here we have a little shelf full of tinies, and here's another shelf full of tinies, and some more tinies, and a picture my mom thrifted and then gave to me, another Winnie the Pooh plate, and then here we have this gorgeous painting. This one has a very interesting story, actually. I got this one at the very first estate sale I ever went to, and I paid almost nothing for it, which was really, really cool. Then up here we have this picture I drew and framed. This pretty picture, a Winnie the Pooh plate, and then this beautiful 3D bird I bought at America's Thrift for like $2. I love that one so much. And then over here we have this one, which I bought at a thrift store here in my town with the horses on it. And then here we have a cougar, bought that at America's Thrift as well. And then I embroidered these horses here. And then this is from Walmart, and this one is from TJ Maxx because they were just so pretty I could not leave them behind. And then over here we have a little person, and here we have an embroidery that I did. And then the person came from my mom. The embroidery I did, and I don't remember how much mom paid for the person. And then this is another Winnie the Pooh plate, a basket I thrifted, and that's one of my favorite baskets, by the way. And then this is a thrifted frame that I put wedding photos into that we printed out. So I really like how that one turned out. And then, like I said, I bought that one at a thrift store, and I can't remember when exactly. So we only have a couple more things now. Over here, you'll see this thrifted alphabet from Australia. And my dad lived in Australia at one point, so that's why I always love Australian things. And then this was given to me by a lady at an antique store. It is an original Roy Rogers 1960s child's guitar with 2 strings still attached. And that is just one of the coolest things I've ever owned, and I love that one. So, all right, that's all of the rooms in the house and everything on the walls. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed getting a tour of all of the different paintings in my house and where I got them from. I love thrifting paintings, buying paintings in general, and I will continue to find places on my walls, even if that means stacking some frames on top of other ones, until my house is just full of paintings because I love them so much. Thank you so much for watching again. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!